Here we go. Greetings, Director Arketer here of Arketer Labs, as you may be familiar with or not. Welcome to the Wednesday Open Mic Article Wade. I have with me so far Angry Froman Gray, who will be managing the chat, and of course, D.
Hi, handsome.
First things first, we had a wonderful clip found on Twitter that I felt I absolutely had to share with you. Going thusly. Very good.
Donald Trump presents Real Stable Genius.
Real stable genius.
Today, we salute you, Mrs. Social Justice Warrior.
Mrs. Social Justice Warrior.
What do you do with a master's degree in gender studies? Put on a vagina hat and go fight fascism on the internet.
Step aside.
As soon as you wake up each day, the outrage begins. What the did you just say? Your privilege is showing. And armed with only a keyboard, you tirelessly protect America from fake racism, and fake sexism, and fake some other word we've never even heard of, ism.
I need a trigger warning, please.
So crack open a nice soy latte, Miss Purple-Haired Vagina Costume Wearer. You live by life's two greatest rules. Punch Nazis, and everyone I don't like is a Nazi.
Mrs. Social Justice Warrior.
Donald Trump, President Forever, Washington, D.C.
Coward, loser, Nazis, go f*** yourself. Piece of shit.
Hopefully at this point, Gray will be passing this link out to the chat. Because, fantastic. Look, there are a lot of problems right now. There are a lot of reasons to be even more upset with Mr. Trump, President Trump, than usual. But this, even in that context, is spectacular and just shy of perfect in every way. Because you can just feel how angry this is going to make a lot of people.
But you know, like when the woman was showing her hairy pits, I could just smell it through the screen.
I'm so glad my imagination failed me on this point.
Just want to say from chat we have Izu, Little Giant J, and Timberwolf in chat. So,
Greetings to all of you. It's Open Mic, and there are 2 more slots remaining. 3 more slots remaining if you're so inclined. No obligations. This Wednesday Open Mic Article Wade is going to be a strange one. Certainly there are a lot of topics we could be covering. A lot of really depressing things like, Hong Kong. That just absolutely depresses me because the people of Hong Kong, the Hong Kongers, the Kongies, I think they're kind of screwed. I really can't see a way America can intervene without sparking World War III or just starting us straight to the beginning of the Fallout series without Vault Tech or cool robots. But certainly I feel deeply for the people of Hong Kong.
Hong Kong has a Sierra Foundation's full support.
You were talking about Hong Kong Phooey.
Oh, Joy, it's
Hi,
the
buddy.
Killing Joke. I'm so glad you could join us.
Yeah,
Handsome, how
you
are you?
swallowed hard on that one, didn't you?
I pride myself on being a gracious host. This will be no different.
Yeah. Keep going. Keep going, Slappy. I'm just here for moral support.
Yes, well, certainly I think everyone's hearts go out to the people of Hong Kong. And let's hope... Well, look, if Antifa, as I mentioned on Twitter some time ago, if Antifa had any real interest in confronting actual fascism, you think they'd be flying to Hong Kong to join the protesters. But already I get the impression they would sooner join the Chinese. After all, there's... that's the safer option.
it's too
Yeah.
dangerous. They might get hurt.
It's too dangerous. I mean, look, we've seen a lot of examples of Antifa attacking people. They never really go after the well-armed police or even, say, Proud Boys so much. They go after the random lost person who they surround and then, discreetly whack in the back of the head with a bike lock, or some old person, or, if all else fails, the gay Asian journalists in their midst armed with nothing but a camera, to give a brain bleed from the hospital. I don't think they're really up to fighting classical fascism, because the fascists have generally been, well, dangerous.
That journalist's assault camera could have killed people.
So they're saying, Steam?
Most of the SJWs, fun thing, she tried to defend China by saying, well, the thing is they shouldn't have retaliated.
Oh no, because why fight for your freedom?
Why fight for your freedom? Oh yes, the police comes in a peaceful protest and starts killing and bashing people's brains in. Oh yeah, no, how dare they defend themselves? Jesus Christ.
It's not actually a riot, it's just one big street barbecue. It's not fighting, they're trying to give the police hugs. All the fires, they're just open barbecue pits.
Yep.
Really, people, it's peaceful.
See, it's because I believe these people don't know their history. They don't know the history of Hong Kong. They don't bother to study why the people of Hong Kong are like this. Hong Kong is, as any learned person would know, was actually a British colony for many years, and the rights of Hong Kong went back to mainland China. Oh, when was it? In the 80s, I believe. And China, I believe it was in the late 80s, if I remember. But China left it alone, and now China wants it back.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. And the Brits actually paid for Hong Kong for all those years to China. They gave them money. So there's a lot of gambling places in Hong Kong, and they're very capitalistic. Now they want to remain that way. They don't want their freedoms taken away, because if you don't know anything about China, it's a very communist.
No. They're communist name only. No, it's not real communism. It never is.
Well, yeah, it's a very fascist. It's hell on earth.
Terrifying, in short.
Yeah.
I actually, earlier today, I had a conversation with someone, and they told me, and this is really telling they don't know anything about Hong Kong and China history. I didn't call them the citizens of Hong Kong, or Hong Kongese, or, anything like that, and I should just call them Chinese because it's racist. It's racist, and you don't know anything about the culture. To which I said, if you've ever spoken to someone who's from Hong Kong, they hate it. It's deeply offensive to call them Chinese because it's basically denying them their culture.
They want to go to China, and who the hell
It's
is
like going to Japan and saying, "Why are there so many Chinese people here?"
Yeah,
go down
you
well.
chinks better get together. it's hey, yeah, no chicky, no washi. Yeah, well, let's be really racist. That's really going in on people. Come on.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
It's just a completely
Terrible.
different country. You can't just go to Hong Kong and say, "Oh, this," they have their own culture, mostly British. They have their own, their own people, their own government. They aren't Chinese. They're
you say mostly British, but I can't help but note they're not. I didn't see much coverage showing them waving British or UK flags.
There were some. There were some that were
no.
actually waving British flags. There were some waving American flags as well.
Okay.
Oh no, yeah, but that's because even the Chinese know that Donald Trump is a badass. He don't take no shit. They call Trump the great general, and they called Obama the little something or other.
Little soldier, or
I don't know, the little crying man. I guess I don't know. Weepy Willie. You know.
It at least implies they take at least one of these people a little bit more seriously than the other. Or
Yes. Yeah.
just
there.
a thought. Mind you, I think we're all pretty pissed with Trump right now between pushing red flag laws and, of course, blaming video games for shootings. Because
You want to know something? That's all fucking smoke and mirrors.
I
It's all
hope so.
smoke and mirrors. It
Fingers
is.
crossed, but
It
right now
is.
he's really not doing himself any favors.
Yeah, but it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. I mean, if you're gonna go by what you see on the news, you're blind. You're
Done.
truly blind.
True.
I mean,
But we're going by things he said
Can-
present.
exactly, which have been blown totally out of proportion. If you don't see what's going on and look deeper into the issue, this is all smoke and mirrors. He's playing politics. If you don't notice Trump, he'll say whatever you want, but doing things is a totally different thing. It's still got to get past the very Republican whatchamacallit, God, yeah, what, the court.
Politicians.
No, it's just still got to pass the
Senate?
Supreme Court, right?
Yeah. I
And then
would-
the Democrats have just threatened the Supreme Court. So the Democrats know that it's got to the Republicans in the Supreme Court. You know, they're threatening them. It's not going to pass.
We'll see. We'll see.
On the federal law.
All I know is that it's
I'll
not
tell
just
you what,
him. I'm also
$5
incredibly disappointed in
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Representative Solid Snake. Really let me down with his backing of red flag
You know
laws as
what?
well.
Oh,
He
Rand
gets
Paul.
what he wants. He wants something from the Democrats. The Democrats want something from him. He's going to get what he wants, and the Democrats are going to get a whole handful of poo-poo.
Well, I hope,
Watch.
but I don't expect. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Anyhow,
I'll bet you $5.
they're also trying
see
to
that.
push
Let's
the
expect me to take a
TAPS
point of
bill
certainty.
through.
I'm sorry. What?
The TAPS bill.
Yeah, but you got to see what else is in that tax bill.
No, TAPS. TAPS.
Oh, the taps. Yeah.
And welcome, the Ginger Wolf.
Why, hello. The, how would they call it? The... I forget what it's called. I'm trying to remember what the heck it is. It's, Representative 383, I think, or something like that. Basically, what it does, it offers training for local PD to be able to get their better training for how to notice something's going to happen before it happens.
Oh,
Like-
they want military training, basically.
No, it's more like, okay, well, this person's been arrested 3 times. You should be doing something.
Okay. Well, let's hope it doesn't go so
Start-
far as the
start
Bureau of
opening
Tree Crime.
investigation.
They're-
There's
they're-
threat
they're not
assessment, prevention, and safety bill.
Oh, kind of like Minority Report. Okay.
If applied poorly.
Oh my God, there it is. The sex toy of the fucking new era.
Yes, this is Third Thumb, which some people are really upset about, but I think it's pretty cool. I just want them to get ahead past this and start adding third and fourth arms.
Oh, was that crazy prosthetic thumb thing?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
And I am entirely
I
in
can
support
see
of it.
that.
I want another 2 pair of arms. I'm going to Goro this shit up.
Yeah, you could be Doc Ock.
Well,
People,
see, more than 2 additional arms, I think they're just going to get in the way, but, we'll see.
why are people getting so offended by this? I mean, if you're an amputee, a prosthetic thumb would be fucking great.
No, yes, but this
Giving
isn't a
prosthetic thumbs
replacement.
great.
This is a surplus.
Yeah.
Which I don't see a problem with. It's useful.
And it's not invasive at all. This is something you could strap on and play with. That's what interests
Yeah.
me.
Excuse me. I'm sure that you checked up on this. How is it controlled?
Apparently it's using sensors in a wrist piece and Bluetooth. I'm not clear on the details.
Does it involve Elon Musk's new neural
Oh, no.
wire thing?
No, there was nothing to support that, and no one would get neural surgery just to play with a third thumb.
Imagine having it shaped like a penis.
Yes, that's awful.
No, I guarantee you what, the porn industry is going to come in and ruin that thing. Talk about
Second
stinky
dick.
pinky.
Third penis, second dick. Hey, it's prehensile. Maybe that will catch on. We'll see.
Yeah, but
How many men wouldn't want a prehensile penis?
But think of the practical applications of that. I mean, for doctors, guitarists, like you saw that dude jamming on a guitar, hitting the fretboards.
That's what excites me about it.
Pretty neat.
A lot of people can't imagine what they do with a second thumb on their hand, but why would you? You've never had one. The applications, the things they might discover that can be done with them, things that can't be done otherwise, that's the interesting bit.
Yeah. I saw that. I was amazed.
We also have some sad news.
Uh-oh.
Carlos Maza, the controversial host of the show Strike Through, appears to be on the way out of Vox Media.
No!
As reported by the New York Post.
It is truly sad.
Damn you!
I'm so
Where are all our
heartbroken.
jokes gonna go at now?
What about the memes?
Oh God, is he joining Breitbart?
Oh, that'd be a twist.
Funny.
What a twist!
Maza was
Change
engaged
teams.
in a running battle with right-wing
That's my
provocateur
couldn't write that.
Steven Crowder.
What it is.
Maza pressured YouTube in June to take down Crowder's video channel as hate speech. At first, YouTube refused to take down the channel, saying it did not violate YouTube guidelines. Didn't. Then Legend agreed to demonetize this site, but not to totally ban it. Maza has also had Tucker Carlson in his crosshairs, saying that Tucker Carlson is a white supremacist and YouTube profits from hate speech, he tweeted. Maza's Twitter handle reads, @GayWonk. Initially, sources said Vox executives had supported him in his battle with Crowder, but as Maza wanted to escalate to an all-out war, their support seemed to wane.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
because guess what? His 15 minutes is over, pal. There you go, homo.
Pretty
You're out on
much.
your own.
Um,
We're not going to turn this into another Hulk Hogan versus Gawker incident here.
But hope not. I really can't criticize their choice here. BitChute wanted to remind everyone that you shouldn't at any point tweet at Carlos Maza learn to code, because Twitter will still ban people for that. But you shouldn't be tweeting that to them anyway, or any of these journalists now looking for new employment, because we don't want them in code. That requires accuracy, and it's something they're not good at. Furthermore, we need to put them in something they can't maliciously misuse. So I want to stress everyone, if you're going to suggest anything, suggest a career that they have some experience with. Sewage redistribution. That's right.
Yeah.
Let them know that they could have a bright future in plumbing. Learn to suck septic tanks.
Learn
Well,
this.
I heard that the kebab shop over on 33rd and Miramar is looking for somebody for the new graffiti in the bathroom, so they can write over there.
I'm
Here
so
I
sad.
sit, broken-hearted, paid a dime, and only farted.
I'm so sad for Carlos. Can you tell I'm sad in my voice?
It really gets you
There's a tear
right.
in my eye.
It really gets you right here. Such
No.
news.
Can you hear the
Oh,
emotion in my voice?
Indeed.
He's had his 5 minutes.
Calm down,
He's
Steam.
fired from his job, and
Calm
he's
down.
like the only place he can go now, like YouTube and the like, to keep his kind of brand going, and everybody hates him.
Easy,
Sorry,
Miss
Arketer.
Steam. Easy. Calm down. I know you're emotional at this time. If I had that second thumb, I'd take care of you, but I don't.
It'll be all right, Steam.
Oh,
Cram
that cheers me up a bit. Hello.
that uterus back into place.
Bob's your uncle.
Stop being hysterical. It's gonna be okay.
Well, we do have some kind of breaking news that just blew up my phone.
Oh, what's that?
Really. Apparently, there's a shooting in Philadelphia.
Oh, surprise!
Well, it's
Philadelphia.
so here's all that's known right now. At least 2 Philadelphia police officers were wounded. 1 reportedly shot in the head in an ongoing shootout in the city's Nicetown neighborhood on Wednesday.
Oh.
Second officer was said to have been shot in the arm. Both were rushed to the university hospital. 1 officer is in critical condition, while the other's condition remains unknown. The situation was being described as an active shooting scene that began around 4:30 p.m. That'd be Eastern Standard Time, so less than an hour ago.
Yeah, everything's fresh.
Well.
A dozen police officers blocked off streets surrounding 15th and Butler Streets, crouching behind cars and search of possible gunmen. So this seems more like a police retaliation thing than more of a.
Well, I do a cop getting shot in the head sounds like a ambush.
Yep.
Sounds like an ambush.
So.
Or a lucky shot by a shooter.
Oh.
Yes.
We'll see if facts come in on that. I'm sure that'll make it its way into a Direwolf stream later.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's terrible
Fingers
to
crossed it's sorted out quickly.
Yeah.
And I certainly hope it's not yet another politically motivated shooter. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyhow, back to
Yeah.
lighter-hearted topics. Of course, we all hope that things will turn out as best they can in context.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for killing the mood.
Sorry, it
Jesus.
just popped
You
up
just-
on my. I freaking got like 6
Yeah, you
messages.
just-
Oh my god, did you see this? 'Cause,
Yes, you
I have
just gave me an
relatives.
incredible soft on. So yeah, great.
Seems like
thank you.
someone thought,
Someone break out the Steam dances.
or to hit that many sources at once, it means that, in my opinion, someone thinks it's going to be useful somehow, and that's why I'm immediately concerned it has a political element.
Well,
Yeah.
I have family in that area, so
Yeah.
everybody's blowing up my phone on it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
just making sure that they're okay.
good to clarify that everyone's all right there.
Yes.
Anyhow, the people. Dude, go on.
I was gonna say, there you go, Joe. Check out the D Live chat. Maybe that'll cheer you up and get your boner back on.
Speaking of D-Live chat, let's take a quick break to change the topic utterly. Gray, what is going on in the chats right now, anyway?
Little Giant J is recommending instead of learn to code. We've got like a lot of lewd gifs in the Direwolf Media chat. Thank you, Timberwolf.
Yep.
I think that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Bring the boners back.
Okay, so nothing I need to answer. Well, fair enough. I see. I appreciate your efforts, Tim Wolf. Anyhow, going back to the topic of Carlos Maza, the author here wanted to stress that his people hadn't abandoned him. Apparently, one of his fans, Shannon P. Duffy, wrote, "Hear the voices of your legions of fans. We value your voice. You are a warrior. We love you and need you. The shrapnel haters cannot pierce the armor we give you. Trust in this." Which,
That's fucking gay.
it sounds pretty damn mystical. Really? What armor? What shrapnel?
Was he casting a spell?
Apparently so, but as we're about to learn...
All of that.
Yes, I was about to learn that's actually the beginning of what has been a very long trend. This article from Guardian explains it or tries to. Monsters, men in magic, why feminists turn to witchcraft to oppose Trump. Whether it's hexing the president, chatting in WhatsApp covens, or featuring in TV reboots, radicalized women have been finding strength in ancient pagan arts.
The only place feminists belong in a fucking, like, fantasy world would be fucking trolls.
This is brilliant, though.
Oh,
Look, check out this image real quick. Season of the Witch, from left, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Hillary Clinton, Tilda Swinton, in Suspiria, and Kiernan Shipka in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So basically they're saying, these are all witches. There was a time when that would be just totally unacceptable and a thing super bad people do, but they're doing it for us, and it's a positive thing. Yes, that's right, Hillary Clinton is a witch.
Yeah, I can buy that.
Strictly speaking, doesn't this mean they're in agreement with Alex Jones?
Maybe that's how they got to him. They used spellcraft to make him want to hang himself.
Well, you know, that could be the case, although it wasn't intentional.
I made use magic to possess that assassin with the garrote wire.
You were saying, Steve?
How they took the most extreme side of Wicca and went, like, this is all we are now. It's like, oh yeah, that's... Well done.
Oh, we'll be
You're
getting that in a
great
second.
stereotypes.
This is the time for getting scary. The writer Andy Ziesler told Elle magazine on the eve of 2017 Women's March, "We need to go full witch." At the dawn of the Trump administration, witches were suddenly everywhere in the US. Neo-pagans used blogs and social media to circulate popular rituals for hexing Brock Turner, who served less than 3 months in jail after he was convicted of sexual assault. The Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, accused of sexual assault, which he denies, and based on accusations 3 decades old by someone who couldn't remember any details whatsoever regarding the incident.
Like, this is Trump derangement syndrome, like, on a whole new level. He's actually making people think they're witches.
Trump anxiety disorder. It's tad. It's all a tad nuts.
My mistake.
Thank you.
My mistake.
I have to put up with this in the media. They always go, TDS, TDS, TDS. What does that say? It's tad, damn it. And when it comes to Boris Johnson, it's bad.
And isn't it medically recognized?
Yes! That's the most damning thing about it. Trump anxiety disorder, they codified it themselves. They made it a real thing.
Turning people into witches, Arketer. There's a problem here.
I can't say much. My aunt is currently on anti-anxiety pills because of Trump.
They're doing all kinds of crazy shit out there just to... Oh, we hate them. We're doing all kinds of crazy shit out here.
The man can't affect them on a personal level at all, despite all the lies they were told. They said that the moment he was elected, we'd have what? Stormtroopers marching down the streets, rounding up the LGBTQ population and shooting them into the sun. Didn't happen. But these people are behaving like it did anyway. And oh my gosh, has it made them just a little bit squiffy-headed. They hate Orange Batman so much. Hate!
Well, I personally...
Hate!
I personally don't like Donald Trump. He's a powerful leader, and only one person could be a powerful leader, me.
Send into hell by a few more meters.
And, of course, they've been hexing Donald Trump himself. The Trump curse was enacted by thousands of people, including the singer Lana Del Rey, who said, "No, wait, I'm a witch, I'm hunting you," declared Lindy West, the New York Times.
I don't know who Lana Del, whatever her name is.
Some musician. They'll be coming up again shortly. Yes, this entire article is just talking about how super awesome these super cool people are, casting hexes at Trump and co. In fact, we've got some examples, like this one. On February 2017, someone in that area, witches cast mass spell against Donald Trump.
And what did it do? They didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing.
Yeah, most of Donald Trump's believe they will have to wait for more years to see him leave the White House, but America's witches are optimistic.
Witchcraft. Can I bring back the Inquisition?
Just stop it already. Stop it. You just want to grab these people and just shake some sense into them. What are you doing? Stop this. Where are your parents? They should smack you.
Well,
Stop it.
Seriously.
Get some help.
It's time to
Some of them are
stop.
parents.
It's time to stop this shit. Get
Hey.
over it.
I think my
Vince.
favorite thing is I found one of them on Twitter that was doing the quote unquote truth spell on Trump, and I said, well, since you cast a truth spell, doesn't that mean he has to tell the truth all the time? They're like, what? But it's like, isn't that how your truth spell works? So he's been telling the truth this whole time, and you're just refusing to believe it. So who's really the liar here?
Oh no, logic.
Because they're like,
Look, logic doesn't really weigh on this when you have a bunch of people casting hexes at pretty much anyone. I will admit right now, I am not anything approaching the world's foremost scholar on Wiccanism or witchcraft in general, but, of the Wiccans I know, one of the things they've made a point to me over the years is that there's something called a 3 or 10-fold law, means that whatever you send out there, you get back by a factor. So, when I read about these incidents where they've gathered together to throw out hexes on Trump, and they're all doing it at once, and if that's coming back to them 3 to 10-fold, then
Yeah. They're
any
all
other...
sitting on a toilet with diarrhea now.
Well, no. At this scale, I would expect them to be randomly exploding into flames. Look,
Only wish.
we would have public service announcements warning us about the dangers of witches just for proximity risk, as spontaneous human combustion came back in style with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Writer Michael Hughes describes himself as a magical thinker, posted a version of the spell online saying he had seen multiple versions in private witchcraft groups. In it, he suggests using a stubby orange candle, an unflattering picture of Mr. Trump, and a Tower Tarot card.
There's some magical thinking going here, alright.
Yep, followers of
And
magic are
respect
told,
involved.
told to carve the president's name into the candle using a pen, recite an incantation, and then burn his picture in the flame. Doesn't seem to work very well. And again, it sounds like the sort of thing, if you're getting it back tenfold, just it's
Almost as if
strange.
they're doing it for attention.
Meanwhile, it's almost like that. And they've been at this for apparently years now. But another angle on the event hosted by Lana Del Rey, which is encouraged by Lana Del Rey to gather at midnight to hex the president outside Trump Tower, but they can't conjure up much of a crowd, which is protested on Trump at midnight on Friday by casting a spell on him. Only a handful of people gathered outside Trump Tower in New York. Men and women worldwide had pledged to cast a spell under the crescent moon. Singer Lana Del Rey had earlier tweeted a photo of herself saying, "At the stroke of midnight, February 24th, the ingredients could be found online." Okay.
I have nuked ball sack of an iguana. I don't know how the iguana feels about that, but fuck it.
I mean, I trust that. If I tried that on my iguana, he'd probably kill me, so.
And honestly, no, it's not worth it. Look, again, I have nothing against Wiggins as a whole. The ones probably best worth listening to are the ones who wouldn't be trying to hex anyone. But it's when they pull stuff like this, I have to laugh.
Yeah.
Look, there are a lot of things that can't be proven, but magical spells working, we can prove they don't work. I'll even put myself on the line here and lay it down here. Go ahead, if you want to prove magic's validity, you can cast this spell that makes me take it seriously. If you need a photo to burn in a stubby black and white or white candle, let me know. I can provide. I assume you can just screen cap and then print it out, and it'll probably work
Well, that's the thing.
just as well in practice.
That's the thing. The Wicca religion will spell things actually a really small subsect of it. Most of the people who say they're Wicca usually study herbs and medicines and deities. So a normal religion, but with a little bit of a element to it. The web spells thing, that's like a subculture of it, and a lot of Wiccans actually don't even believe in spells. Trying to
See, I
say,
think that's a
no
religion
one-
I get behind.
no one was
Hey, these
listening.
herbs have medicinal value. Fair enough. Or, hey, I can perform magic.
Hey, science can back you up on that one.
Exactly.
We
it's like,
can
they're
test
mostly-
spells,
they're-
or we
they're
can
mostly
test
harmless,
herbal
basically.
supplements and see which one has an effect first.
Yeah.
I'll
if
pass
Wiccan
'cause I'm a
can brew me
teetotaler,
some
but, you know.
ayahuasca, I'd be very happy.
Heard from some Wiccans though that crowd has been getting into Wicca recently, so that's probably why this is happening.
Again, if it worked, they should all have been just started randomly exploding, and they've had 2 years since this happened for that to occur.
True.
There was much fanfare when witches across the world and singer Lana Del Rey pledged to stand together and cast a spell on President Donald Trump on Friday night, but it seems the self-proclaimed witches gathered outside Trump Tower, New York, could conjure up much of a crowd. There's only a handful of
You
people.
said that they would. You said they would explode
conjure
Ark.
much of a crowd.
I guess they forgot to cast that preliminary spell.
To be honest,
okay,
like,
I think the
I was expecting the picture of her. I was expecting something different. I'd quite happily cast a spell on her. Quite happily cast it on her for a pack.
Hey, where's her pointed fucking hat and the big wart nose?
Yeah,
Hey.
right.
Hey, you ain't no fucking witch.
Like, they're not even goths.
Yeah. What the
She
fuck?
turned me into a newt. I got
Dude,
that.
you look like my ex-girlfriend. What the fuck? You look like a blind date I had, and I left her when she went to the bathroom. Fuck.
Oh, well, no, it wasn't really because...
I think, guys, I think I got hexed because it just fell on my head just now.
Sorry,
I think that was the result of a hex.
I've incurred the
Where I
wrath.
came from.
Oh, I'm behind the times here, or ahead of the times. I don't
Oh well,
know.
this is pretty old news. I just thought I felt guided to come up to this topic. I don't know why. Just seen the articles lined up this way. The first one was scheduled on Friday night and is set to be followed by similar spells cast on March 26th, April 24th, and May 23rd. I wonder if they hit all the important dates. Well, the New York Turnet might have lived up to the hype. Social media was flooded with the photos of witches posting photos of their setup, with many using the hashtag BindTrump. And February 24th, Lana Del Rey had earlier tweeted a photo of herself with the caption, again, at the stroke of midnight, February, blah, 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 ingredients can be found online. I wonder if they had an in with the supplier. A tweet appeared to be referencing the spell being shared by the witchcraft community online as they prepared to hex Trump.
Yeah, with the white candle. Hey, that broad got those candles from Party City. She couldn't get the right candles, so she got birthday candles. She got the trick ones too. You go to blow them out, and they keep lighting on you.
Honestly, it kind of looks like they're handing away.
One you cover you cover a firecracker in wax.
It looks a bit like they're passing around birthday candles here.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Happy birthday.
Fuck, that's what I just said. You're stepping on my jokes. Oh my God, side quest is going to be terrible with you. Or Arcturus.
Yes, thank you. This is an important distinction, but fine.
Yeah, real important. Fuck you.
Time will tell.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait a minute. You have to remain in character. That's
Two
right.
women read the
Nobody
incantation
knows
from their
it's you.
iPhone as they hex Trump. That's great. Look, isn't it amazing how modern science and technology has lended itself to the ancient art of witchcraft? The hell was that?
That wasn't me. I didn't spring a leak.
Someone has to say someone's deflating.
Well, there goes any hopes of maintaining class for the evening.
That wasn't me.
All I know is sitting here listening to this arc. I have a feeling you're gonna get bent over a barrel on side quests.
We'll see.
And you were
We'll see.
and you worried that I would end up on side quests.
Yeah. Where the hell why didn't you get on side quest?
Because I'm a dictator, not an actor.
You know, you say I'm going to be bent over on, or rather Arketer's going to be bent over on side quest, but you know, I don't think Joker will have his mighty soundboard then. I will bide my time.
No, but I cast magic spells. Magic.
So I see you've elected for multi-classing.
What? You're gonna be afraid of my jester magic? I'll sprinkle you with it.
No, please don't. That sounds awful.
That and dandruff.
If you're sprinkling anything on that show, I know it sure as hell isn't magic.
Yeah, trust me, Ark, when he bends you over on that show, you're not going to be fearing his magic, you're going to be fearing his wizard scepter.
Yes, with a mighty roar, I will come at you.
That's right, everyone. Arcturus and Joker will be facing off on the Sunday episodes of Side Quest. Which, by the way, picks up again this Monday. Just a reminder.
Oh yeah, Arketer, you're definitely gonna end up as bitch.
Top of the towers.
Yes, your vote of confidence
No!
is very welcome.
I'm not gonna be a hit. No, me and old Arky over here, we're best buddies. It's gonna be great. It's the other two slobs that gotta worry. Imagine me and Arky fucking teaming up on them. They won't know what hit them. He'll bore them to death, and then while they're falling asleep, I'll fucking ambush them.
Beautiful.
This is
while they're trying to figure out his fucking verbose fucking $10 words. I'll be fucking sitting there just hammering away at them. They'll be, oh, we can't get a word in edgewise. Goddamn right.
All I ask from you, Joker, is to not break his soul, not break his like happiness and will too hard.
okay, stop right there. Look, I am many things. I think by now we should know one thing I'm not is fragile. If I were, I'd be frothing right now. I would just be frothing.
You did lose your mind over the sex joke.
Yes, and I learned my lesson. Never again will I snap in that fashion. Especially not with anyone who might enjoy being tased. How do you feel about tasing, Joker? Tasing isn't one of your stealth kinks, is it, Joker? Just, I need to know for future reference.
No!
Good to know, good to know.
Shame.
Is that SOS?
It's a shame. I quite like the taser.
I lost control of my soundboard. I mean, what's going on?
I don't know. Me and Jinx had a full conversation about all that.
You know, they keep on talking about how these spells were supposed to just keep Trump from doing harm, but topple the tower and sweep away the regime? That's not a gentle effort, that. Again, not all that
They
effective.
didn't even have a black cat.
No, they didn't. After all, the only rocks required were an unflattering photo of Trump, a tiny orange candle, and Trump tarot card, and bowls of water and salt. I presume the boner was entirely optional.
Gotcha.
He's trying so hard to work through it. If it can't work with, work.
No any collaborative effort. I now know that you should be the one in charge of the soundboard.
Hey, there they are.
Maybe we can discuss that.
Fucking broad with the pointy hat. She got a safety cone on her head. Look. I'm looking at the picture.
Hey, you're right. If this is relevant to the article, then hey, at least she's respecting the dress code. Okay. A cult in Brooklyn are inviting practitioners of witchcraft to place a hex on Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh and the patriarchy. Their target wasn't just Trump on this one. Catland, an establishment that describes itself as Brooklyn's premier occult bookshop and spiritual community space, recently issued an invitation on Facebook which read, "Please join us for a public hex on Brett Kavanaugh and upon all rapists in the patriarchy at large, which emboldens, rewards, and protects them." I wonder, does it bother them that nothing happened to Brett Kavanaugh? He was still confirmed as justice, but hey, at least Epstein got brought to something approaching justice.
Almost.
And now I'm depressed again.
Thank you, asshole.
We are embracing witchcraft's true roots as the magic of the poor, the downtrodden, and disenfranchised, and its history is often the only weapon, the only means of exacting justice available to those of us who've been wronged by men just like him. The statement, noted by CNS News, continued, "He will be the focal point, but by no means the only target, so bring your rage and all the axes you've got to grind. There will be a second ritual afterward, the Rite of the Scorned One, which seeks to validate, affirm, uphold, and support those of us who've been wronged and who refuse to be silent any longer."
Jesus, what are these women? I don't get it. Like, do they actually think these spells are gonna work? Are they not fucking
No, they're all single, and they can't get a date, so they all take the witchcraft, and they think that they're edgy, and they're terrible. They all sleep with like something underneath their pillow to try to get a dude, and they can't because they're all dried up in there.
I'm sleeping with someone underneath my pillow, all right?
Look,
they're terrible conversationalists.
all this and their establishment is called Catland, which
Catland.
they talk about how they're the premier occult bookshop and
Can't make this
spiritual.
shit up.
Yeah, the premier occult spiritual bookshop and community space when it sounds like a pet store.
No, it sounds like they're a bunch of crazy fucking cat ladies.
Yeah.
Which
It's just a place for like lonely middle-aged women.
Exactly.
Well,
They
no,
can't get they can't get a nut.
Sorry,
strip joint, gentlemen's club, Catland, where all the pussies go.
No, that place must stink. All I can imagine is the odor in that place. Blech.
Look, and it's entirely probable there is a topless night, but, in protest.
I used to work in a nude joint. Oh, it's terrible. At the end of the night, the place smells like a fucking fish house.
Used to too. I used to be the janitor that came up and cleaned up after the shows.
Yeah, you needed that pine saw. Like a lot of it.
It sucked so bad.
Yeah, it did. It done. Yeah, because there's like fucking, what are they called? Slug trails, snail trails everywhere.
No.
That
Guys
sounds like
living
some
with
sort of
boners
OSHA
with
violation.
Snail trails on their thighs. Blech.
Well,
I miss my warlord phase where I used to date warlords. It'd be the best sex. Would play Russian roulette while having sex and stuff. And
Oh, that's
it ended
awesome.
with me having to. It always ended having to assassinate them because they would always try and find a way to try and kill me.
I can't
miss that
imagine
phase.
why. It just
Well, you would always
baffles.
fake it, I heard.
Excuse me.
Excuse you.
Yeah,
I've read
no.
your dossier.
It's quite possibly true. Apparently, you require tasers. I don't imagine many steampunk warlords had those.
Okay, that's true. Arketer did give me the best orgasm. I've
Oh
ever
dear
had,
God!
so-
Hey, you did something right, Slappy, and you probably weren't even in the room.
If only. If only. Okay.
If only you were in the room.
Well, you're
If only I wasn't.
Look at him. Look at him. He's remembering the smell of burnt flesh and snail trail.
Okay, clearly we need a Florida Man article in honor of our guest.
Why do
Say-
you do this?
Say, Joker,
Why
do
do
you
you do it?
do you have any problem with loud neighbors? Because one of your peers has a novel approach to dealing with them.
Yeah.
Florida Man hits loud group with roach spray, then hits self with nunchucks.
And he hit himself with nunchuck? Oh, God. How drunk was he?
Daytona Beach police have arrested a Florida man, Larry Adams, for allegedly using nunchucks and roach spray on his neighbors. 2 witnesses told police they originally left their apartment to tell neighbors to lower the volume of the music coming from a car outside their building. The people inside the car told officers they were celebrating the 18th birthday of one of them, while Adams, who left his nearby apartment around 1 a.m., was verbally combative with the group by the car. The victims told police Adams cursed and made threats to the group, eventually threatening to shoot them, according to Adams' arrest affidavit. The group began to argue with Adams, and that's when the 61-year-old pulled out a can of roach spray and proceeded to douse the neighbors with it, according to the police report. Adams then attempted to attack the victims with nunchucks. The group at the car evaded the attack, and Adams struck the car, causing the nunchucks to bounce back and strike him in the forehead instead, according to police.
Dumbass.
Right about this time, Adams and 2 victims decided to call 911 instead of just laugh at his dumbassery.
I mean,
Extraordinary. You know, this comes from the onlyfloridaman.com, and I wish I could say this would be cause to doubt the article, but we all know better.
yeah.
No, I can see it happening. Everybody down here is about maybe 10 to 15 years behind the times. So they all have like these big boom boxes in their cars, and they think it's really cool to have the volume way up at like crazy times in the night. I mean, they do that in everybody's neighborhood but mine, because I have big dogs and I'm a big dude and I come out with my dogs.
I suspect you might be a more intimidating figure than the man who runs out with roach spray and a pair of nunchucks.
Oh no, I don't yell. I just stand there and stare at them
Ooh,
knowingly.
that's canny. You don't need to go up and threaten them. Just stare at them. Let them imagine what you'll do to them instead.
That's all you gotta do. You just stand there and you
Pro
stare at
tip:
them.
don't try to intimidate them. Try to creep them the fuck out.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, I can't.
6'1" dude with a mohawk and 2 bulldogs standing there, just
Pardon
staring
me.
at you.
I've monetized the stream.
Yeah, that
Unfortunately,
music
being
gets turned
a-
down real fucking quick.
Unfortunately, being a short woman, I can't really intimidate him with my looks, so I have to intimidate him with my gun.
Marry a tall man.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, look. There's a solution even for you, Steam. What you need
Yeah.
is a dark robe that conceals your face.
Yeah, pull a magog on him.
That's right. Stare out the window. Maybe if you can, illuminate the room in red. And play some ominous chanting.
Yeah, and get a safety cone and put it on top of your head. And they'll think you're a witch, and you're gonna put a root on them, and you're gonna bury their drawers in the backyard, and they can't leave the house for a week. They believe in all that.
Rectus Dominus.
I mean,
My favorite is turning
already-
on a Halloween decoration I have.
It's worth a try.
of what I-
It's worth a try.
people are already scared of me of what I've done to Karl Marx, so I think I've got it under control. But
Nope,
still.
How old are
Okay.
you, Karl Marx? You got a time device?
So they claim. So they claim.
I've been in space. I know what space is. It's weird.
Those of mine's just the Halloween decoration. It's a kind of like a projector. It projects someone getting murdered onto your blinds or something. So all they see is this dude walk up with an axe and just chop his head off, and the blood splurts onto the window. It looks like it splurts onto the window, and then sits there, and the guy carries the body off. And then it sits there for 10 minutes, and then does it again.
That seems like it's gonna cause fucking problems.
Yeah, it's one of those things that no one
That
will...
guy in the bottom.
No one will care at Halloween, but any other time of the year, that's just a really great way to discourage people. You can always explain things to the cops later, provided they don't arrive with guns drawn.
Halloween is a crazy time to get away with murder.
It's wacky.
I love Halloween, but I suppose that doesn't surprise anyone.
I love Halloween.
We have a break. 3 minutes remain, but I thought I'd mention that this case isn't a Florida man. It's Utah man. Utah man is facing a list of charges after he allegedly got into a fight with a Saratoga Springs police officer wearing only a man thong, according to proper call statement obtained by KUTV.
What the fuck is a man thong?
I assume it's something like the Borat Mankini.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Angry Furman's article because he implied it was me, but I don't look anything like this goon here, so no.
It's the thing Ichabod wore for me on my birthday.
I'm just saying, like, the word man and thong shouldn't really be put next to each other.
You had Ichabod wear that for you? Good for you, kid.
We were on a live stream, and it was my birthday, and for his present, he basically did a on live striptease, but he kept the man thong on.
Oh, that's very nice.
Did you?
Wow.
Did you actually?
Well, I have another article arc if you want. It has a video. Since I don't think anybody else is going to do that. It's another Florida man story.
No, I don't think we have time. But don't
No,
worry.
we don't.
We'll come back to this. On that note, I do have a guest lined up this Saturday. We will have White Sith Male, if you have an idea what that is. If you don't, you'll learn. This Saturday, as all other efforts have failed. As expected. So, please stay tuned for that. Now they can finally take their souvenir and leave. Meanwhile, I hope you've all had a decent week so far. And I would like to leave you with this video from Ladybeard. Well, Joker, thank you again for joining us. I, of course, love having you around. As much as I adore having Steam around. And Froman.
You lie terribly, you know that, right?
Aha. I perish the thought. That's simply not just.
So you can visit the Hara Foundation anytime.
Yes, I believe our contract actually specifically states that won't be allowed. Until next time, ostensibly, progress continues. If you're wondering what the hell's going on set, Gray can pass around that loop, I'm sure.
Take care, guys. Thank you, Arky.
Thanks for coming on, then. Cheers. Whatnot, progress continues.
Shouldn't have said there was spots open.
Yeah, see you later.